is Rachel, and this is Leah.
Hello, today we have a special guest with us, Mark Feuerborn.
Hi. Thanks for having me.
What inspired you to become a journalist, and how did Washburn help you achieve those goals?
Well, that's a great question. So when I first came to Washburn, I'm just going to walk you through kind of my start as a freshman way back in the day. I came to campus majoring in radiology. It wasn't something that I was particularly passionate about, but it was just kind of like something to get my start in. I took a couple of science courses that were involved in. You know, it was something, but it wasn't really for me. When I first came to campus, I remember at my orientation, I was going around the booths that they had set up for all the student orgs, and some guy came up to me and he said, "Hey, you look like a photographer. You want a job?" His name was Ryan Ogle. He's a great guy. He was actually my boss, my editor-in-chief over the Washburn Review. So that's kind of how I got my start in journalism, was just somebody kind of stereotyped me, and it worked out nicely. I hadn't really done a lot of article writing before then, but it's something that I kind of grew to enjoy. Kind of touching a little bit further back on my past, I actually, right before I came to Washburn, was diagnosed with stage 4 cancer. So what happened was I had to take a year off. I didn't actually go to college when I planned to because I was dealing with chemotherapy and surgery and recovery for a long time. And it actually, the first couple of doctors that I visited told me that there was nothing they could do for me. So my prognosis was I am a goner. It wasn't until I got a third opinion from a doctor in Washington, D.C. that really changed, and almost miraculously I survived. So I dealt with a lot of different thoughts throughout that time, kind of like thinking about what kind of a story I was leaving behind with just that small amount of time here. And that really stood out to me as something that I feel like a lot of people potentially grapple with throughout their lives, is what kind of story are we leaving? And, you know, whether it's because they're thinking about some serious illness that they're having or anything like that. And so that kind of gave me some kind of an inspiration to kind of help other people tell their stories, because I almost didn't have a story. So now my job is to help other people get theirs out.
What are some on-campus activities that you would suggest for a Washburn Mass Media student, regardless of their emphasis?
Shameless plug, of course. The radio station that I founded on campus, Washburn Radio, KRWU, it's an internet radio station, and if you're looking for an opportunity in broadcast media or any kind of streaming or audio media, that is your one opportunity to get involved in that on campus. So if you are interested in it, I strongly recommend that you get involved. We have some really welcoming staff. I mean, we're here recording inside of their studio right now, so they're very accommodating, and they provide a lot of different opportunities to get you going. One thing that really is important as well is you kind of get a running start on your portfolio as you work there. We have channels on iTunes, Spotify, Google Play, all for podcasting. So any kind of work that you do with audio is actually going to be saved in that archive for people to listen to and for you to send to potential employers later. So that's one opportunity. Another, I would strongly recommend the Washburn Review. I mean, that's how I got my start in media, so it'd be a shame for me to not give them a shout out as well. They have opportunities for anybody regardless of your major. I was a radiology major when I started working there, and yet they were more than happy to have me get involved with it. That's also a place where, regardless of your major, you're going to find some skills that come in handy for whatever job you do. I mean, writing is so central to so many parts of our lives. To be a good writer or to get that kind of experience working in any kind of media is going to give you an edge over a lot of different competitors for jobs in the future. What's the most consumed version of media, would you guys say? What do you guys look at the most?
Mostly just social media, so Instagram, that's going to be really, really popular for right now, YouTube and all of that. But something that has become more popular is, you know, podcasts and stuff like that.
Right.
You know, a couple years ago, like, people would just be like, a podcast, what? So, you know, like, it's coming more and more popular, more and more people are doing it. So.
Oh, yeah. I completely agree. But, you know, you mentioned the YouTube and the Instagram as well, and those are both graphical formats. That's those videos and those pictures as well. So learning how to use those kinds of mediums, whether that's doing some videography, photography, editing, both Photoshop or, you know...
advertising.
Exactly. That's the kind of job opportunities that you get with those skill sets. And that's something that pretty much any business that you get involved with post-graduation is going to have a need
for
for.
joining us
Yeah.
today for this.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah.